All right, hello everybody. This is my third take of this video, so hopefully this is the final take I have to do because the last ones didn't quite get everything that I wanted to. So let's jump right into this. My name is Justin Forbush, and this is Intelligrade. Intelligrade is an AI assisting application for grading. So AI actually is not even necessary for this app. It is just an extra feature that really makes grading helpful and faster if graders choose to use it. And that's why I really like this app. Is for those who don't want to use AI, especially when grading content, it's not necessary. So we can see here we have our homepage. This is a prototype slash demonstration. My project is basically finished when it comes to the UI. What I will show you is the state of which it will be done, except I will make small tweaks here and there. So this is pretty much what I have landed on for my project. Um, I just want to give a little preface that this project started back in July as a bash script that I use as a grader to quickly run files by simply just using a bash script to read files in my directory, run them, and give me the output. So I've evolved it into a full application on my desktop now. So let's just go over the homepage. I have a version, a we can see down here it says AI ready. And if I were to turn off Olama, which is on my system, Olama is a local LLM that runs on my machine. Um, and it basically does the computation and comparison from the code to the rubric and will give an overall score and reasoning to why that score is the way it is. And I just turned off Olama as we can see that the connection is lost. Now we have a settings menu where we can choose a different AI provider, such as OpenAI or Anthropic. I have decided that I will keep these in here for now for testing, but I probably will remove these options just because of student privacy as well as following HIPAA guidelines and confidentiality. So OLAMA is the best option for this because it is all on your system, and that is to assume that the grader or the instructor is keeping all the information private and secure. So this settings menu is simply for the AI API itself. And then we have a dark theme and light theme. And let me just pull up Olama one more time. If I open Olama, um, Olama will start running on my system, and then this will update to online. So let's jump into the app itself now. So this is the home screen. This is the main application screen. I like the way it's designed. It's very clean and easy to navigate. And we can see the Olama is back up. So this is where we would select our directory for where we want to execute our code. So let's say we have a student's repository and we have their code files. That is a way to do it. We could also clone the repo, which is very convenient for when you're going through a lot of students' programs. Now we have manage courses, and here we could add a new course or select from existing ones. So we that is a great option. We can also select a course right here, select the language such as Python, and then we would load the rubric. So let's load binary search tree.py. And this, sorry, not .py. I need to go. We have a rubrics, right? We have rubrics right here. We would run binary search tree.txt. And one thing to know for this is I will probably, that is a bug I just found as we were doing this demo, is making sure that other file types are not accepted when loading. We can convert to JSON and use AI for intelligent rubric parsing to get the rubric parsed in the way that we want it to be. So let's save this rubric. And it might take a moment just because it's got to do some processing. And one thing that I definitely want to improve with this program is how fast it can run. But unfortunately, it just depends on the machine you're using. Um, so it says a rubric with this name already exists for this course in language because I've already made it. So let's go CSE 210, Python. We can press detect languages to see if there's any other languages. So let's say I select a different directory. Let's say I just select submissions itself. it will still be able to detect, hey, there's all these languages in here, which is really nice for when you're trying to grade a lot of different stuff. Um, so let's say let's do Python and then let's do binary search tree. Unfortunately, I still need to work on this, so I would have to go into the Python folder itself, and we can see binary search tree is loaded and pulled up. Um, Now let's select the assignment. The assignment will then also pull up the rubric that we have, and let's run the program. And we can see down here in the bottom left, it says program executed successfully, and our output is right here. Our rubric would then be right here, and then we can run analyze with AI. This will then give us an analysis from Olama. I'll let this load for just a moment. It takes just a few seconds to run, and then it will pop up in the AI analysis section. I plan to improve this by using a lower end Olama model so it doesn't take quite as much time and use a lot more processing power. So we can see right here, suggested score 18 out of 20. These are just these are simply notes of advice for the grader to point out things that the grader might not have seen. I plan to improve this by making it more of a table like a rubric rather than just a list of different criteria. Then we can also clean up files, which I'm not going to, but we can see right here we can delete the files, and I need to improve that styling. And then we can export the grade itself. So we can enter the student's name. Let's just say my name, their ID, blah, blah, blah. And then they got a 93 or something. And they got an A. And then we give the feedback and then we can save it as a JSON. So that is pretty much my program. From here on out, I think the UI is basically going to stay the same, and I'm just going to add more features that are necessary and remove those that aren't. And then I will also ensure that the performance of the application is fast and that users can use it. So yeah, that is my program. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you were able to understand it.